one of the longest mountain coasters in Arizona. Telescoping ladder, so it folds down pretty small. That made a little bit of a mess. Oh yeah. Let's see what the dog's doing up here. What you doing? All right. Good night. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another episode. We are in the Kaibab National Forest. Kaibab National Forest. We got in pretty late last night. Just had to go find camp real quick and ended up finding camp next to a dead deer carcass, so that's fun. But luckily, we're only here for a night. Already survived the night with it. It didn't smell or anything last night, so that's why there was no cause for concern. Today we're going to be exploring the town of William, Arizona. First time we've ever been here. We've driven through, to get to the Grand Canyon and everything, but never, just explored the area and hung out. So we're going to go do that today. Big girl, drop. Bacon, ham, egg, and cheese McMuffins this morning. Toasting up the muffins. Already made the bacon, ham, and getting the cheese ready. We're just gotta make some eggs, and I did bring like a little mason jar top so that we can form the eggs and we size them to the muffins. That is so good. Look at this. Alright guys, I'm getting ready to set the tent down, but I just wanted to show you guys the new ladder that we added to the GFC. So the GFC ladder comes with these clamps. They call it like the mantis clamps or something. This is a telescoping ladder, but essentially if you look up at the top right here, you can actually push these down and then they slide in. So they're not always like sticking out, so it's just easier to pack like that. And then whenever you're ready to deploy, you can just snap them up at the top. We're just doing some campground scouting right now, seeing what else is out in the area, since we got in pretty late last night, so we didn't have enough time to, you know, drive around and kind of scout for some camp spots since we were running out of daylight. But we're doing that now, and I'm going to be marking a couple spots of interest for later. Definitely a lot better spots as we went down this road. I'm sure they don't have a moose or a deer carcass next to their camp. There's a lot of like pull-offs off to the side, and it looks like the camp spots are a little bit bigger too, which is cool.
I look out across the water, I smell the salt and feel the breeze, but in my heart.
Alright guys, so we are hitting up the Canyon Coaster right now. One of the longest mountain coasters in Arizona. I think it's like $16 a person or something. Hi. For two, double rider. Walking around Williams, Arizona. Gateway to the Grand Canyon.
We know where these rivers flow, why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time, but I've still got Tennessee on my mind. From Reapers Fork to Watertown, and maybe Johnson City or Memphis bound. No matter where I go, no matter what I see, I still
Making our way to Kaibab Lake Campground. Alright guys, made it to camp for the night. Kaibab Lake Campground, and I think this site was like $30 for the night. We ended up booking this because we thought we'd be out pretty late, and we didn't want to have to like deal with trying to find a camp spot late at night. These sites are pretty well spaced out. Got a little level concrete pad surrounded by trees. Each site has a little picnic table and a fire pit, and then they got pit toilets, and that's pretty much all of the amenities out here. Ooh-yo. I know, we should. Do like Find Waldo.
of Tennessee.
Walking around Kaibab Lake. Kaibab Lake. All right, guys, we just got done walking around the lake. It was a good time. There was like no one out there, super chill. The weather was perfect. It's like a perfect cool 70 degrees and the wind's blowing, keeps you cool. Ugh, it's been great. This campground is super chill and just very relaxing out here. We checked out our camp spot, but then we drove over the day use area because, you know, we lazy. And we started walking around. We hung out for a little bit, took our chairs out and just, you know, sat by the lake and hung out. Kaibab Lake Campground is about less than 10 minutes away from downtown Williams, Arizona. So pretty good place to stay if you are like wanting to hang out in the area and check out the town. So it's just a nice central location, easy to get to, everything's paved. So I'm really trying to get into the habit of using the pod more often. I'm not gonna lie, it does take like some extra setup, but the end result is really nice. So let me show you guys how to set up this ladder. Click this down so that it's ready to deploy. Start from up here. There we go. Just making sure it stays. Super simple. Just open up the clamps at the top of the stairs and then just telescope it downward. I've never used a telescoping ladder before, so it is a little bit new to me, but there are these little things on the side to collapse it whenever you're ready to put it down. So I did that this morning and it was super easy. I don't know, we'll see. No. Ah, so relaxing.
sit at the table here.
Can I help you with the...
Nectarines and prosciutto. What you gonna help with, Jeff? I'm done.
Yes. Yes.
Good morning. This campground's actually pretty big. There are a ton of spots. They do reservations and there's first come first serve spots available, but usually reservations are best. Since this is a national forest campground, it gets really busy. This is a great place to escape the heat out of Vegas. They are closing for the season the beginning of October, and they don't open up, I believe, until March. So this really is just a summertime campground that you can get to. There was a dog barking in the middle of the night, but other than that, it was a pretty decent campground and nice bathrooms. And that's pretty much all they give you is bathrooms and potable water. But the access to the lake is really awesome though. And supposedly there's some good sized trout out there. Unfortunately, I didn't bring any fishing stuff, but there are a ton of people who are fishing the lake. I didn't see anyone catch though. We are now making our way back towards Williams to go hit up a cafe. I believe it's called Anna's Cafe, or Anna's Canyon Cafe. Anna's Canyon Cafe, I believe is what it's called.